the Baltimore Ravens.
Set to kick off.
Here we go. 17 is underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And his first look is incomplete.
Jackson. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson from the shotgun. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Jackson always a threat. NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
37-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away to him. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Down. Third and long. After that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Brings up
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
55, Mike, 55. Come on.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
8-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Bengals nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season. As the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Line.
Back over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You don't want it. Watch twist. Watch twist. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
On. 36 to Mike. Bring it. Bring it. Quick dash.
First down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
3 yards. First down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. Back right around the 44. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
3rd down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
A pickup of 44
Big
yards.
plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
The extra point.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Bengals 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I got him. Mike 55. Check it.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow going deep. He's got a man. Complete. past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 20. Here on the year, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Str8coach on for the extra point. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Str8coach on for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10.
Ravens 31, Bengals 10. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. Jackson, option right. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, 62 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down. Here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Mike. 19 tight. I got it.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Ravens 38. Bengals.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak. So
definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. We don't want this.
Burrow will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check, crunch.
18 Cardinal, 79 Bro.
Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Joe Mixon on the
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line.
But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Rosa's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Baltimore.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Incomplete.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Mixon. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 55, Mike 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's got this down to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 55. You better bring it. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
Burrow looking to pass. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
I'm going to come back to you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score, Ravens.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the